Good afternoon, all. I appreciate you coming out today. I was invited and accepted for an opportunity to serve on the Cannabis Reform Collaborative, better known as the CRC, that was implemented by the government in December 2013. At the time of accepting to be a part of this group, I was under the impression that I was joining a committee that was going to critically review the current cannabis policies in Bermuda in an unbiased manner and provide recommendations to the government based on our unbiased discussions and even-handed discussions. Regrettably, this has not been my experience thus far. I joined this group to be a voice for young Bermudians and to advocate about bringing an end to criminalizing individuals over youthful decisions to experiment with cannabis. Based on my experience thus far, I have come to the conclusion that this committee has an ulterior agenda to ultimately take a certain position on cannabis, and we are seeking relevant information to support that position. We have not engaged in a generic fact-finding mission to consider all aspects and research in an unbiased manner. To my dismay, I have heard repeated calls for us to appear unbiased, even though it's clear that we are not. Section 4 of the CRC's Terms of Reference states that we are responsible for fostering and providing an unbiased and critical review of the current cannabis policies in Bermuda. However, sadly, this aspect does not appear to have been met. Accepting that everyone has the right to whatever view they choose, if that is the case, then that our members support only one side, then I respect that. However, I believe that the public should know that we are not unbiased. And that has compelled me to alert the people of Bermuda so that there are no misconceptions about what the group are seeking to do. The Honorable Michael Dunkley has publicly stated that he wanted any bill tabled to have the benefit of public input. The sole purpose of the CRC should be to acquire facts, both for and against any legislative changes or amendments, and then to seek public input on those unbiased facts. However, the group's composition does not appear to hold any open attitude towards all facts. The government has the power to either propose a bill and obtain a majority vote on the language or consult the people directly by holding a referendum. But such public consultation should occur if the government actually seeks to embrace it. In the light of recent decisions pertaining to gaming, I am not certain that genuine consultation is being sought. The reasons I have given today are for my own reasons. However, I am aware that 2 other members have resigned as of today for their own personal reasons. While I appreciate that my position will not sit well or may not sit well with the remainder of my former colleagues, and perhaps even the minister, my conscience and my integrity has led me to make the decision I do today. And to quote Frederick Douglass, I prefer to be true to myself, even at the hazard of incurring the ridicule of others, rather than to be false and incur my own abhorrence. For these reasons, I must leave the group. I thank the Honourable Minister for commissioning this group despite my observations, and I thank my colleagues for the opportunity to learn and share my insight in what I consider to be an important national issue and a hallmark of our history. Thank you.
What is the position that you suggest the group appears to have been set up to arrive at?
Well, at this point, I've indicated that the group is taking a certain position. Now, I have removed myself from the group, and so I can invite the group to speak on that themselves.
What is the position that you think they are geared toward arriving at?
I decline to comment on that, only to invite the group to now become more open themselves with the public.
And who are the other 2 members that you indicated have resigned?
I have been told that I am allowed to state that Kamal Worrell has removed himself from the committee, and I haven't received permission from the others, so I wouldn't say.
Is Mr. Worrell's position the same as yours in terms of the reasons he stepped down?
As I had stated in this press release, that these reasons are my personal reasons, and the other 2 had stepped down for their own reasons.
Have you had any discussions with Mr.
I'm not privy to that.
Can you tell us if the PLP's draft bill that somewhat change your attitude, at least to something being proposed by politicians?
I believe that what I've stated today and my position and representing the young people of Bermuda, that's the only thing that I can speak on about representing the young people and being the young voice, because I think that young people need a voice.
Do you support the bill as suggested by the bill?
I decline to comment on that.
You had said that we are not unbiased. Where does the bias lie in the CRC?
I believe Mr. Moreno had asked me regarding that, and I invite the group, now that I've left the group, I invite the group to come out and state what their actual position is. I can't speak on behalf of the group, and I've just resigned.
Do you think this, not to put words in your mouth, but do you think this is an exercise in futility, this CRC?
I decline to comment on that.